Welcome back. So it's that time of year again. The Sephora sale is upon us, and this year is like the first time, or this sale that's coming around is like the first time in a long time that I've actually wanted to shop it. Really, I feel like I have just like stocked up on so much makeup over the years, and I went like a good couple of years without barely buying anything new at all. So I had to go back and look at my videos and see when was the last time that I actually did a Sephora sale haul specifically. The last like true makeup haul that I did was spring of, I think 2 years ago. Maybe it was last year. I can't remember, but that was just like stocking up on all of my like go-to things. It's been honestly like 2 to 3 years maybe since I've done like a haul of like brand new things. And honestly, it's just because makeup hasn't been as interesting to me. I feel like we just got so oversaturated for so long, and now I'm finally getting excited again. And I feel like I really needed that break. And honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna buy anything in this sale, but today I'm gonna tell you what's on my wish list, what's potentially in my cart, and then I'm also gonna share my recommendations at the end as well. I've got like equal amounts of wish list and recommendations. So if you want like all of the good stuff guaranteed, I will put the timestamp down below in the description so you can skip ahead to that. But if you want to know what I'm eyeing and what I'm thinking about getting and what's in my cart, we're gonna start with that first. Also, I just did my makeup. I did a tutorial on this look, and I got makeup all over my sweatshirt. And I'm cozy. I don't feel like changing, so it is what it is. Also, I've mentioned this before, but I have gotten like all of these marks on a bunch of my sweatshirts. I'm pretty sure it's from when my hair is wet and I put like product in my hair and then my hair dries while it's down, because it looks like that in some of the back as well. It's not from my washing machine. I've like triple checked. So yeah, I feel like I kind of look like a hot mess, but I don't even care. I'm so cozy today. Anyway, now we can finally get started. So the first thing is the Drunk Elephant SPF. I've talked recently about how I started my Differin journey. Differin is like an over-the-counter retinol. I think it's like one of the highest percentages of over-the-counter retinol that you can get. So when you use retinol or anything like very high intensity like that, you absolutely want to make sure that you use an SPF during the day. So use the retinol at night, not every night, just like 2, sometimes 3 times a week, depending on how my skin is feeling. And then the next morning, I always follow up with an SPF. I have been using this tinted one from Color Science. I love it. It's actually what I have on today. I don't have on a foundation. I did spot conceal with some concealer, but this is the main base that you're seeing here. But I did want an SPF that didn't have a tint for the days where like I really just don't need a tint. Plus, this is expensive and I want to save it for the days that I do absolutely want a tint. So I've actually tried out the Drunk Elephant SPF and I really like it. It gives like a beautiful sheen to the skin. It also, when you first put it on, because I believe the ingredient is zinc oxide, I could be wrong on that. I'm so not fresh on my ingredients. I used to know things like that. I don't anymore. But the ingredient that's in it makes it look like white and almost purple on your skin, especially if you have a deeper complexion and you put on a sunscreen like that. It can almost like turn the skin purple at first because of that like light pale color. But it eventually blends in, it disappears, it doesn't look like that. I used to think that those sunscreens would just like make you look like purple, but they don't. It will blend in, and I love the smell of it. It kind of has like a no smell, and it just blends in and it gives this gorgeous sheen to the skin. So it's also not crazy expensive. You do get a lot of product in it, especially for it being a facial sunscreen. That's definitely on my list and something that I definitely plan on purchasing. Also, I do not think that I'm rouge anymore. I was rouge for a while because I had a makeup shopping problem, and also I was like building my collection for like videos and whatnot, but because I haven't bought stuff in so long, I don't even think I'm VIB anymore. I'm pretty sure I'm just Beauty Insider. So I only got the last couple of days of the sale, but that's okay. I think you still get like 10% off. Next up is the Pureology Strength Cure shampoo. I have tried this before. It's one of my favorites. I'm using the conditioner right now. I need some shampoo because I'm about to run out. It's just a really good shampoo, and the conditioner is really good as well. Pureology is so expensive. So if you can, that's like my whole thing with this sale is like getting things while you can, because a lot of these things never go on sale. I always recommend to get the things that you've been eyeing or the things that are like higher price points so that you can get the most out of the sale. The next thing on my list is my perfume. I completely ran out of my Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede perfume. I'm obsessed with this. It's so fresh and springy and floral and girly, and this is what I wore on my wedding day, and I just miss smelling it because I have been like, you know, when you're almost out of your perfume and you're still spraying it and like nothing's coming out, but you swear you're just getting a little bit of it. That's what I've been doing for months now, and it is officially dry in that bottle. So I would like to replenish it. I'll probably just get a small one because again, it's so expensive, but it's like one of my favorite, if not my favorite fragrance ever, and I just miss it. So I want to pick up that perfume. The next thing on my list is the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This, I just love this product. This is actually extremely inexpensive for what it is. I think the small bottle is like $8. The Ordinary so kindly gifted me this over the summer. After a week of having it, I dropped the bottle and it shattered and went everywhere. So I tried to salvage what I could, whatever was left over in the base of the bottle, but I'm about out of that as well. So I'd like to replenish that. I could have just went and got like the $8 one or something, but like in this economy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's on my list. Next on my list is this new makeup palette. This is the Cool Toned Eyeshadow Palette from Makeup by Mario. I'm sure you saw this coming. This looks right up my alley. The original Master Mattes palette is probably one of my top 3 favorite eyeshadow palettes of all time. It's just so good. He developed that whole palette based on skin tones, and I think by doing that was really smart. So many people can use this palette because of that, because you can find your shade and then work off of that. It's just so beautiful, and now he came out with the cool toned one. The formula of those shadows are great. I love the simplicity of the packaging, everything about it. So the cool toned one just really intrigued me. I'm excited about it. You guys know I love cool tones. My problem is now that I've become so practical with things that I look at that, I'm like, wow, that is so beautiful, and the makeup lover in me really wants it. But then the practical side of me is like, well, I already have like so many cool toned eyeshadows. Do I really need another? You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I am with that. While it is so beautiful and I feel like I like need to have it because of like what it is, but at the same time, I'm like, I already have like every cool toned shade under the sun. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel, but I do love it, and it's on my wish list. Another sunscreen is the Kola Body sunscreen. I know this is kind of random, but because the sale is going on right now and I know that I love that sunscreen, I've been thinking about potentially ordering that because that's what I love to spray on my body during the summer. The one that I love is like the coconut smelling one, and I just like that it gives a little bit of a sheen. It's SPF 30, which is my favorite. And so yeah, I'm thinking about getting that as well. Next up is a restock on my silk scrunchies, the small ones. These are my favorite, even more so than the big scrunchy ones. I love the small ones. I have purchased dupes off of Amazon. They're not good. They are completely different. They're too tight. They get your hair caught in them. The Silk brand, or the Slip brand, is my absolute favorite, and sometimes they have like different colors that come out and stuff, so I'll have to take a gander and see what they have in stock right now. But I've just had them for so long that some of them are like so stretched out and big that I need like some fresh ones. So that's on my list. The next thing that is definitely a wish list item, I cannot see myself purchasing this anytime soon, but stay tuned, who knows, we'll see what happens. But I really, really want the Dennis Gross mask. I want to be that bitch. I want to be that girl. I used to have a red light and I loved it, but I gave it to my parents because they needed it more than I did. So if I still had that, I wouldn't even want any type of like face red light mask or anything like that, but I don't know, I just want one. And I'm like, part of it is because I see all the girls using it online, and so I feel like that's real. It's like they've glamorized it, right? We've glamorized self-care so much that now I'm like, oh, I want to be that girl like self-caring her face. And you know what I mean? So yeah, that's definitely a wish list thing. I don't know if I'm actually going to be purchasing it, but it's on my mind. This was very interesting. I was scrolling on their website just to see what's new because I've been so out of the loop with makeup. Like I've just been so detached. I saw this and I was like, That's interesting. So it's the Cloud Paint from Glossier, and I want to get one of their bronzers. It comes in like a full-blown like paint. Like it looks like this, but bigger. Maybe, well, I don't know if it's bigger. In my head, it's like this big. But watch, it's probably like this size. But it comes out like this, and it's like a bronzer. And I was like, ooh, I kind of like that formula because I feel like, or that like, is it formula is the word that I'm thinking of? I like that idea because I feel like I could just like put a little bit of it on my hand, then take a brush and kind of like blend it in and then apply it on the face. And it would just be like more of like a cream. I don't know, it looks very interesting. The way that they show to apply it is to dot it on the face and then blend it in. I personally don't like doing that because then it doesn't blend out as even, at least in my experience with other like cream products. But yeah, that's definitely a new thing that I have just been eyeballing and I really want to try. So if you've tried that, let me know what your thoughts are because I am intrigued. And then lastly on my wish list is a new eye cream. I am about to run out of my Colleen Rothschild eye cream. I loved that. And yeah, I just don't know what to do. Like maybe like a good ginseng from Origins. Like I haven't used that in forever, but I'm just looking for a good standard eye cream that I can use every day, something very hydrating. So yeah, let me know because that's definitely on my list. Okay, so I ran through that pretty quickly. That was everything that's on like my wish list or in my cart. There's a few things that I feel like are absolutes that I'll really want, but then a couple of things that are like more wish listy thing like the face mask thing, but that was actually pretty quick. I'm surprised how fast I ran through that. So next I'm gonna go into my recommendations. First and foremost, I include this in every single recommendations video for the Sephora sale, and that's the Air Wrap. But I feel like they very strategically say it's out of stock so that you can't get a discount on it, which is kind of annoying, but like also smart on their end. Like I get it. But I just love the Air Wrap, and I feel like anytime I'm consistent with using it, my hair just feels so healthy. Part of that is I like really stopped bleaching my hair, so my hair has just like naturally gotten more healthy. But I just feel like overall, even before cutting out the bleach, my hairstylist would notice when I would use the Air Wrap more. So I highly recommend the Air Wrap. And if you're not interested in the Air Wrap because it is like a bajillion dollars, the Shark is also now available at Sephora as well. I haven't tried that before, but I've seen people do comparisons and it looks like you're gonna get the same result as the Air Wrap. So I have a feeling that, don't quote me, but I have a feeling that that might be in stock for the sale. So if it is, maybe something along those lines, some kind of like hair tool like that that just kind of like does your hair for you, I highly recommend because it has made doing my hair so much easier. I've just been doing like super easy blowouts, not even doing like a curling iron on my hair, and it's just been so easy, fast. It blow dries it and styles it all in one go, and I'm good to go. So that's just been my go-to with the Air Wrap. So either the Air Wrap, the Shark, anything like that, I highly, highly, highly recommend. The next thing is fragrance. I mentioned this before, and this kind of goes hand in hand with like the hair tool, is picking out those higher price point things that you can get a discount on because they don't always go on sale. So fragrance is one of those things that I would definitely recommend. It's on my own wish list as well. A couple of my favorites are obviously the Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede. I love Tom Ford Fucking Fabulous. That's one of my favorites, but that one's more of like a fall scent for me. And then another fall scent that also is just kind of classic for year round is the Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. That one is amazing as well. And also I wonder if the Tom Ford, I think it's called, what is it called? It's not Blush Suede, it's Rose Suede, something like that from Tom Ford. I got a sample of it and it's so good, but when I Googled how much it was like $300 for the full bottle. If they sell that at Sephora, I highly recommend that. It smells so good. Or go get you a sample, whatever. Next up is my favorite foundation of all time. That is the Pat McGrath foundation. I have it here. The shade that I'm in is an LM9. I just love this because it really just looks like my skin, but better. It gives a very sheer coverage. Actually, the tinted moisturizer that I've been using, or it's not a tinted moisturizer, it's a tinted sunscreen, the Color Science one in medium. This is what I have on right now, and it actually sorta kind of reminds me of this because this I feel like gives a little bit more of a sheen than this. This is definitely more matte, but it just gives that idea of like just a more sheer foundation, but it's definitely buildable, and I just think it looks really natural. It does have like a thinner consistency, and I just prefer it for every day. I just think it's so beautiful, and I feel so bougie when I use it because it's Pat McGrath, and I just love the bottle and everything about it. It's so beautiful. The next recommendation is that Makeup by Mario Master Mattes eyeshadow palette. I think everyone needs this in their collection. It's just so beautiful and such a good classic go-to. I love all of the shades in there. I talked about it already when I was talking about the Cool Tone palette, but it really is that good. And if you don't have it, I highly recommend you pick it up. I think that even if you're not just like a solely all matte kind of person, you can always grab it when you need it for other looks. Like say you're doing a more shimmery look, you can grab that to do all of the matte eyeshadow work on your eyes. It's a good go-to, I promise you. It's so good. I just love that palette. Next up is the Glossier Boy Brow. I actually did not use this in my brows today. What am I thinking? Let me pop this on really quick. This is in the shade Brown. You know, I actually haven't used it a ton recently, but since like December, maybe November, I didn't use any other brow gel except this. And ooh, it really is so good. It just gives that fluff to the brow. I recommend if you're going to use this, do this before you fill them in. I think it helps you use less brow pencil when you're filling in your brows when you do this first. It kind of just like gives them that oomph at first. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like this. It's very nice and fluffy, very teeny tiny little brush, little spoolie, and I just love it. Next is the Hourglass bronzers. I kind of just like fell in love with these recently, the last like 6 months or so. My absolute favorite is Diffused Bronze Light. Maybe this should also go in my cart as well because I did hit pan on it. It's just gorgeous. It gives a beautiful, beautiful glow to the skin as I'm like, ooh, I need some glow because I've been using that retinol. So I'm like, I feel like I need a little glow right now. It just gives a gorgeous glow and bronzeness to the skin, and I love this color as well. It kind of has like a more rosy, cool toned hue to it. And then the other one that I use sometimes is the Radiant Bronze Light, and this goes a lot warmer, a little bit more orangey. Just you can't go wrong. I feel like they're just so beautiful and glowy. If you have more oily skin, I think you'd still like these, but just be aware that they are more glowy. If you are dry, you will love these. Next up, this is just very broad, but literally anything Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, I recommend. I love it all. You know, when I was thinking recently, because I kind of want to do like another like fresh, like a more fresh and everyday look for spring, more of just like a rosy, like girly, like, you know what I mean? Kind of a fresh spring look. And every time I think of that, and also anytime I think of anything bridal, my mind just goes to Pillow Talk. Everything Pillow Talk. The liner, the lip, the blush, the eyeshadow. Am I missing anything else? It all just goes to Pillow Talk, and I think it's so classic. And I love that she's also done like variants. So it's not just regular Pillow Talk. There's Pillow Talk medium and dark for the different lip colors. So depending on your skin tone, you can find the perfect Pillow Talk shade for you. It's just so beautiful. It is more pinky. So if pinky colors are not your thing, you probably won't like it. But if you do like that like cool tone pink, fresh, springy, bridal-y kind of look, anything from the Pillow Talk collection is just chef's kiss. It's so beautiful. If you want to look like that, let me know. I was kind of planning on doing it anyways, but that's just like another look that I like to pull out around this time of year that just makes me feel really fresh and glowing and perfect for spring. This category is also very broad, but anything Pureology hair care, talked about the shampoo and conditioner already, so anything like that. I also tried the Amika The Cure line, and I really, really loved that as well. And also, I've been using Olaplex again. I forgot that I had some leftover shampoo and conditioner, and I feel like that was like all the rage. And then a lot of people were saying that it was like drying out their hair. I don't know. I've always had a really good experience with Olaplex. I never felt that the conditioner was like extremely hydrating, but I liked it. There's a lot from Olaplex that I like the bonding serum. I like the shampoo. The conditioner's all right. The new number 9 serum. The oil isn't my favorite, but there's a lot of things from Olaplex that I really like, and I've recently started using their shampoo and conditioner again because I had some left over. So, oh, and their purple shampoo. When I had really blonde hair, that's what I used as my purple shampoo along with the Dry Bar one. So, those are just some recommendations there for hair care. And same with K18. I kind of forgot that I have that, and I need to try it again because So first and foremost, K18 is like a hair treatment to like help your hair. I don't know. It helps with like split ends, I think, and dryness. I don't know, breakage, whatever. But I bought that when I had like a full set of hair extensions and I didn't want to waste the K18 on my fake hair. So I only used it like twice, maybe more than that, but I actually really did like it when I was using it, but then I was like, wow, I really don't want to waste this on my fake hair. I haven't used it, I don't think, since I took out my hair extensions. I should revisit that because I feel like my hair would love that. If you end up trying the K18, Google, do you ever say Google as search, like search on YouTube? Google on YouTube makes no sense, but look up how you're supposed to apply it. I can't remember the directions, but it was something different. Like I wouldn't have done it that way. But when I was using it, I looked it up, and on the K18 YouTube channel, they actually show you exactly how to use it and everything so that you can get the most out of it. And that's the way it's like supposed to work. And it's not just like put it in your hands and put it through your hair and then you're good to go. It's like, I think your hair has to be like sopping wet. You have to wait a minute. You have to like froth it up, I think, maybe. I can't remember. But if you're interested in that, check that out. I think that's it, right? I think that's everything that I have for you. I mean, there's a lot of things that I could recommend, but we would be here for forever. And I just wanted to share just like good staple things that I know that everyone would just love. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope you got a little bit of just a little bit of an idea of what to get during this sale. Please let me know what you think that I would like, because obviously, like, I didn't realize when I was looking at my list, a lot of my list is like repurchase things. I'm so fucking boring. I get like the same stuff all the time. So if there's anything that you think that I would just love, please let me know down below in the comments, because I've just been in like my groove, doing my thing, using the stuff that I have, which I'm fine with. But yeah, you guys know my style. You know what I like. If there's something that you see or something that you've tried that you think that I would really like, please comment that down below. And I hope you liked this video. Please let me know what you're gonna be purchasing. And we'll see, maybe I'll do a haul. It kind of depends on if I buy anything or not, so stay tuned. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.